This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in. They appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
And the big thing here was getting that all-important split on the road. Now they come home with home court advantage and an opportunity to move ahead in this series if they can take care of business in Game 3.
Memphis with the rock. Anderson. Sizing up the defense. Trying to cash in. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Old school equals high percentage.
Russell into the front court. Just getting started in Game 3. To Beverly. Looking for his man. Jaren Jackson. To Kyle Anderson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Just off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Russell with a shot, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
To Kyle Anderson. Jaren Jackson. Here's a chance from long range. That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jones with it. Down just a couple. To Jaren Jackson. On the shot clock for Memphis. Has a look. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Minnesota at the controls.
Pretty fortunate to get that kind of a good look with the shot clock winding down.
To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jones with it. They trail by 2. To Jaren Jackson. Towns. To Beverly. From the painted area, won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he... Oh! Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Prince, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Goes to the left side. Baseline drive. Tough mate through traffic.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Jaren Jackson. Taurean Prince rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Beverly to Towns. Trying to cash in. Karl Anthony Towns. 3 for 4. Good start.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
To Jaren Jackson. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. For 3, that's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Adams. Deep 2 there, won't go.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's Grizzlies ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns looking good. 4 for 5.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Jaren Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Jaren Jackson. The jumper's off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Towns. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
They work it down to Gasol. And the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Good on the layup.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jones with it. Trailing by 10. To Gasol. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. To Towns. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Jaren Jackson. Shot from in close, no good. to Towns. Scores from the post.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beverly into the front court. Lead is 12. Down low Towns. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Minnesota with the basketball. Beverly to Towns. Plays it up and in.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Jones with it. 14-point deficit. To Jaren Jackson. Count the bucket for two.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Beverly to Towns.
The NBA playoffs 2022 round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
The NBA playoffs 2022 round game 3 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 3 Golden State Warriors, Seed 6 Denver Nuggets.
To Towns. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Down low Gasol. Short jumper misses. Beverly into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Towns. Has a look. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Defense making the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. That misses with a second to go. That's the end of 1 here in game number 3. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West Playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Jones with it. Trailing
The
by
NBA
14.
Playoffs 2022-1 round Game 3 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 5 Utah Jazz, Seed 4 Dallas Mavericks.
Perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Here comes the screen. Beverly's shot no good. Jones with it. He'll run the offense. Anderson. That's out. Last touch by Kyle Anderson. Beverly into the front court. They lead it by 14. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Patrick Beverly, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Memphis, they've got it. To Kyle Anderson. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Beverly into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Patrick Beverly. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Five to shoot for Minnesota. To Davis. No good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. It's Minnesota basketball. Beverly throws it up. And scores. Karl Anthony Towns with the finish. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways
The
to get to the
NBA
rim.
Playoffs
Now look how easy the game is
2022-1
coming.
round Game 3 matchup will be coming up next. Set 1 Phoenix Suns, Seed 8 New Orleans
Gotta get
Pelicans.
that one to go. Big man, Steven Adams. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Towns, down low. Missed a wide open look. Jones with it. Down a bundle. Deep left corner. Anderson. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Towns. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
New blood coming in for both sides. Patrick Beverly swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's theirs now. Trying to cash in. Adam's shot can't hit it. The Timberwolves have the basketball. To Beverly. Here comes the screen. Beverly. Steven Adams sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Ed Davis. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Jones with it. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Adams. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Gasol. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. To Russell. They get it down for Towns. Tyus Jones sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Anderson. Nice pass to set things up. He got a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Anderson. They work it down to Gasol. Marc Gasol. Now 3 for 9.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
And counted at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Beverly to Towns. Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Grizzlies own the basketball. To Jaren Jackson. Down low Anderson. That's out. Last touch by Kyle Anderson. Russell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Down low Towns. To Beverly. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. connects them both. To Jaren Jackson. To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Beverly. Slam dunk, Patrick Beverly.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Jaren Jackson, great feed. The drive, right to the basket. To Beverly. Towns. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Has a look. And it's Towns there to get the rebound. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Beverly to Towns. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
To Jaren Jackson. Defense making the ball carrier work. Gets it in the left corner. Jaren Jackson lets it fly from long range. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second one's no good. One more coming. No good. 1 for 3 on that trip. To Towns. Stuffs it down with authority. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Memphis with the rock. To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyle Anderson defended by Towns. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Jones against Karl Anthony Towns. To Gasol. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
To Russell. From long range, count it. Three-pointer is good.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Jones with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the screen. Anderson. To Jaren Jackson. Anderson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Russell. To Towns, down low. D'Angelo Russell. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Timberwolves absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Grizzlies have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game trap. Assists.
The Memphis Grizzlies are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns. And his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's Grizzlies ball. To Jaren Jackson. And it's Minnesota's rebound. Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Down low Anderson. able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Russell into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Towns. The shot, almost. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Tyus Jones trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Timberwolves have the basketball. Russell, they get it down for Towns. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Jones with it. Down a bundle. To Jaren Jackson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Russell. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish this?
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Here comes the screen. Russell to Towns. Off the assist.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Gasol to Kyle Anderson. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. To Kyle Anderson. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Russell, down low Towns. Can't connect. Anderson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Towns. Patrick Beverly. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Marc Gasol pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, D'Angelo Russell, 4 out of 10.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Memphis, they've got it to Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. Anderson. Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Jaren Jackson. Fires the three. Off the iron. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Beverly to Russell. From the painted area, won't go down. Jones with it. His guys down big. To Gasol. Jaren Jackson to Kyle Anderson. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. 24-second violation. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. To Adams. Down low Anderson. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Towns. Russell to Towns. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Anderson to Jaren Jackson. 4-3. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Towns, down low. And it's rejected.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Russell, they get it down for Towns. Scores from the post.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Russell to Towns. Got a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Cashes in for 2.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Russell. Down low Towns. Won't go. Kyle Anderson here against Joe Johnson. Count the basket at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Towns. And the Grizzlies able to clear the rebound. To Kyle Anderson. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Russell, defended by Steven Adams. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Kyle Anderson. Ed Davis with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Towns to Russell. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyle Anderson with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Russell into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Ed Davis gets it in the left corner. To Russell. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Kyle Anderson against Johnson. Ed Davis tips it. Minnesota at the controls. Towns off the assist.
Old school equals high percentage.
Trying to cash in. Can't connect. That ends the third quarter. The Timberwolves enjoying the advantage. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Tyus Jones at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. To Towns, down low. Shot from the lane won't go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Here comes the screen. To Davis. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson with the dunk.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Here comes the screen. Malik Beasley against Adams. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Towns. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. And strokes it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side to Towns. A pass down low to Beasley. Oh, he blocked it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Karl Anthony Towns. Huge block. Taken by the Wolves. Towns. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Anderson rocking the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Russell here against Jones. 5 on the shot clock. Has a chance, and he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, A hezzy, you look at the rim, the defender jumps, you blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Substitution being made in this one. Beverly. To Russell. And he scores on the step back.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Beverly. To Russell. The Wolves down to 4 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. D'Angelo Russell bothered just enough on that one. Jones with it. Down a bundle to Jaren Jackson. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. To Beverly. Has a look. Shot by Russell off the mark. Jones with it. Trailing by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Beverly into the front court. Lead is 12. To Russell. Beverly. To Russell. For 3. Message received. Well defended. Anderson. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming to Russell. Beverly to Russell. Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Jones with it. His guys trail by 10. To Gasol. Anderson to Gasol. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Time to shuffle things up. Beverly. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Gasol. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Minnesota with the basketball. Russell to Beverly. Off the mark. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Gasol. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Beverly into the front court. His team leads it by 10. To Russell. Lets it fly from long range. That's how you defend.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
To Gasol. Short jumper misses. To Beverly. To Towns. Kicks it around the perimeter. Beverly. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Grizzlies recover. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
They get it down for Towns. It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Russell to Towns. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Kyle Anderson. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Russell to Towns. With a drop step. That's no good. Jones with it. The deficit now up to 13. Jaren Jackson to Kyle Anderson. To Jaren Jackson. Anderson. Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally react?
Beverly to Russell. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away. That one's going to be out of bounds. The shot clock expires. Scores from the post. It's a victory for the Timberwolves. They moved ahead 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves took this down to the wire before getting the win. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. The Grizzlies just couldn't close this one out. This loss is probably all the more frustrating, given how well they were attacking the second effort plays. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Karl-Anthony Towns put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.